Okay, I have good news and bad news. The good news is the breakfast buffet will remain open through the program. So help yourselves if you would like seconds. And actually, I don't have bad news. I have 2 bits of good news. And the second bit of good news is we're about to begin our program. So I hope you've enjoyed the food you've had so far and in-person conversation with your table mates. And my role here is very, very short. It's my pleasure to introduce Jessica Berg and Michael Scharf, the co-deans of this esteemed law school, who, as you know, have been successfully leading for the past 8 years. Jessica and Michael, come on up.
Good morning. Welcome to the 2021 Society of Benchers Brunch and Program. We want to begin by thanking all of you for joining us here today. This weekend marks the first time since before March 2020 that we've been able to host alumni events at Gund Hall, and it's absolutely wonderful to welcome all of you back. We would also very much like to thank Trustee Roe Green, who is here in attendance. Excellent timing. Her transformational gift of $500,000 allowed us to massively renovate our student lounge, Ben's Place, and this upper rotunda where we're celebrating today. Thank you so much, Roe, for honoring your father, Ben C. Green, for your continued generosity and support of the law school, and for everything you do for the university as a whole. We greatly appreciate it.
And I'm the other co-dean. It's good to see all of you again and to be back in person. This is wonderful. So we're now going to provide a brief state of the law school update. And if you've been to the other events this weekend, this is going to sound a little bit repetitive, but at least half of you are new and you all need to hear what's going on, because despite the challenges of the pandemic, this has really been a great year for the law school. So classes are back fully in person in our new renovated classrooms. And if you go and look in those doors around us, you'll get to see the new carpeting, the new desks, the new technology. It's really a beautiful place to study. Yesterday, we celebrated the 50th anniversary of the establishment of the Kramer Law Clinic with a renaming ceremony that added Charlotte Kramer's name and unveiled a portrait of her. Yesterday, we also celebrated the 50th anniversary of the Case Western Reserve University chapter of the Black Law Students Association in a ceremony at the Botanical Gardens in which its co-founders, who are here today, Gerald Jackson and Carolyn Watts-Allen, were honored. Yesterday, we also celebrated the 30th anniversary of the establishment of our LLM program, which has now grown to 120 LLMs and 62 SJDs. That's basically foreign PhDs that are studying here. And we honored its founder, who's also here today. 30 years ago, Lou Katz had this vision, and it turned into a great reality. So Lou, thank you. Our LLM program was established the same year as our Cox International Law Center, and that is now ranked 16th best in the nation by US News and in the top 10 of international law programs by Pre-Law magazine. This fall, we welcomed our strongest ever class of JD students. Their median LSAT was 160. That's up from a 159. And I know most of you graduated when the LSATs were on a completely different scale, but trust me, those are really good numbers. Their GPA median was a 3.61, and that's up from a 3.5 last year. 50% of them are from outside Ohio, making us continuing to be a national law school. 59% were women. And we've talked to some of the graduating classes from 50 years ago who talked about how there was 1 or 2 women in the classes, and boy, have things changed. And 21% are underrepresented minorities. And on Monday, there is a press release going out. Bryan Adamson, who's being inducted today, has been hard at work creating partnership agreements with HBCUs and other colleges that have large numbers of minorities to create a pipeline program and encourage more minorities to attend here. So we're real excited about that. Last spring, we had an extraordinary run of mock trial and moot court team successes, including winning the Regional Black Law Students Association moot court competition and coming in 3rd in the world in the Jessup competition. This spring, our school improved 4 places in the U.S. News rankings, and we were ranked as a top school with A grades in 11 specialty areas, including the 6th best school in experiential education by Pre-Law Magazine. So when you see those banners on the way in that says a national leader in experiential education, now we've got a ranking that proves the point. Our faculty was ranked 36th in the nation in scholarly impact, and 2 members of our faculty were ranked among the top 10 most cited in their fields. That's Sharona Hoffman and Jonathan Adler. National Jurists reported just last month that Case Western Reserve University was among the top law schools based on the percentage of alumni designated as super lawyers by Thomson Reuters. That's an accolade reserved for the top 5% of all lawyers. Many of you in this room have gotten that accolade, and because of that, our law school is known as one of the best schools for producing the best lawyers in the country. And since becoming co-deans 8 years ago in 2013, our development team and Jessica and I have raised over $50 million for scholarships, chaired professorships, and support for our academic centers. And just last year, we brought in over $7 million in cash gifts, making it the best fundraising year in the school's history. All of you are so supportive, and all of that money that we raise goes to make our school better and allow our students to become the best lawyers possible. So Jessica and I thank each of you for your generous support, which enables us to recruit the best and brightest students, recruit and retain stellar faculty, and propel our school to ever greater heights. Thank you all.
It is now time to introduce this year's inductees to the Society of Benchers. Each year, the Society inducts new members chosen on the basis of extraordinary dedication to the highest principles of the legal profession and commitment to the community. The Society also admits distinguished members of the Case Western Reserve University law faculty and attorneys and judges who are not graduates of the school, but who have taken a strong and proactive interest in the furtherance of the legal profession, legal education, and the community, as well as a particular interest and affection for our law school. Here to help us celebrate our inductees, I would like to introduce our MC, Mike Benza. Mike joined the faculty in 1998 as an adjunct. Beware, for those of you who are adjuncts, we tend to keep you. Became a full professor in 2005. He's an alum from the class of 1992 and also has an undergraduate degree from the university. Mike teaches, as he describes, quote, anything to do with murder and mayhem, including criminal law and criminal procedure. He's an expert on death penalty issues and has been quoted numerous times by local and national media. He continues to represent death row inmates and litigate capital cases in state and federal courts and federal habeas proceedings, and has also argued before the Supreme Court of the United States. In his 12 years on the faculty, Professor Benza has won the Student Bar Association's Professor of the Year Award 7 times. Mike's first order of business will be to announce the student award winners from 2020 and 2021. While the Society of Benchers Award has been given to a graduating student for many years, thanks to your generous and continued support, we will be able to endow the award and provide an annual prize. Thank you so much for that. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Professor Mike Benza.
That's basically what our students have heard from us for the last year. And it's so nice to be able to take the mask off and to be back in the classroom, teaching, interacting with our students, and only getting to see half their face, but at least you get to see some of them. So, all right, so good morning. Thank you, Jessica and Michael. For the first portion of today's business, my pleasure to recognize the Benchers Student Award winners. Started in 1973, the award is founded on the principles, and this is the part that I always trip over because it's Latin, cum studiis turmuribus principes, leaders in both studies and way of life. It is presented to a member of each graduating class who has achieved academic distinction and set an example of honor and dignity for others to follow. So I am pleased to announce the recipients for both 2020 and 2021 who are with us today. 2020 award winner is Jessica Ice, and the 2021 award winner is Jessie Wynn. Jessie and Jessica, please stand to be recognized. So there's Jessica. Where's Jessie? Where's Jessie? Not here. He's always late for class too. I'm going to go back and change his grade. He'll have to come back and earn the award next year. So Jessica is a CWR Law School graduate from the class of 2020 and currently works as a public infrastructure and finance associate at Squire Patton & Boggs. Prior to law school, Jessica got her bachelor's degree in international politics and history from Jacobs University in Bremen in Germany, and her master's in management and economics from the University of Zurich in Switzerland. Jessica has also worked at the Federal Reserve Bank and at Jumpstart Incorporated. Jessie is a member of the class of 2021. He currently serves as a federal judicial law clerk to Chief Judge Patricia Gaughan in the Northern District of Ohio. During law school, Jessie served as an extern to the Honorable Karen Nelson Moore on the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals and worked as a summer associate at Jones Day here in Cleveland. He graduated from the University of Mount Union in 2018. So our congratulations to Jessica and to Jessie. So now we're going to begin honoring our inductees for the 2020 and 2021 class for the Society of Benchers. Since 1962, we have been selecting law and alumni, faculty, and public members who have especially distinguished themselves in their professional and communities, thereby brought honor to the law school. Our members have been models of scholarship, leadership, and dignity. Really, that's the standard? How did I get in? Okay, and we congratulate all of you on your success in your induction. First, we're going to recognize the inductees who were not able to attend with us today. Those are Non Aaron, class of 73, Justice Rebecca Frank Dallett, class of 94, Rhonda Smith Ferguson, class of 94, William Talley Jr., class of 83, Suzanne Walsh, class of 97, and the Honorable Benita Pearson, and I don't know when she graduated.
She did graduate tomorrow.
Oh, she did. She's a public member. Okay, so Judge Benita Pearson is a public member. All right. Now we will honor those who are in attendance with us today. When I call your name, please come up front to receive your award and have your photo taken with the deans. Our first inductee is here with us today is John Duff Brown, class of 1969. John is a retired partner from Taft, Stettinius, and Hollister. He practiced environmental law, administrative and public law, zoning, and real estate. Among his many accomplishments, John was the founder and first chairman of the Bar Association's Environmental Law Committee and served as the law director for the village of Glen Willow for 36 years. John has been a valued supporter of the law school and was instrumental in the creation of the Lou Katz Scholarship Fund. Congratulations, John. Our next inductee is James Lang, class of 1989. James started his legal accomplishments in law school, where he was named Student of the Year. After a 25-year career in the U.S. Navy, he is now a shareholder and the Chief Operating Officer at Pender and Coward Law Firm. In addition to all of his legal achievements, he is a published author, active community nonprofit supporter, and a youth mentor. Congratulations, James. It's my pleasure to introduce our next inductee, James Levin, class of 1979. James is an experienced criminal defense attorney and has practiced in every court in Cuyahoga County and the federal courts, including the Sixth Circuit, every mayor's court and municipal court in Northeast Ohio. In 2014, he launched Legal Works with the Famicos Foundation to provide services to the indigent, focusing on the removal of obstructions that block someone's ability to move forward with life. He is also a staple in the Cleveland arts community. He founded the Cleveland Public Theater, Gordon Square Arts District, and the Ingenuity Festival, to name a few. Congratulations, James. See, the best part of this is you all get to go, ooh, when you realize all the great stuff our alumni are doing, right? All right, so our next inductee is Kevin Young. Kevin has more than 30 years of experience defending clients in complex insurance coverage cases, class actions, product liability defense, and contract disputes. He has also defended many class action cases. He's not only Tucker Ellis's insurance group chair, but he's also a long-term adjunct professor, be very careful, and faculty member at the National Institute of Trial Advocacy. Congratulations. So now we have our first faculty member inductee, Ayesha Bell Hardaway. In addition to her faculty role, where she is the director of our Social Justice Law Center, co-director of the Social Justice Institute. As a member of our faculty, Ayesha has taught as a clinician in the areas of health law, civil litigation, and criminal justice. Her research and scholarship interests include the intersection of race and the law, constitutional law, criminal law, policing, and civil litigation. Congratulations, Ayesha. Lou, you can come up here and do this if you want. We know I'm just a placeholder for you, so. All right, so class of 2021. We're going to first induct Laura Kingsley Hong, class of 1985. As chair of the Tucker Ellis Mass Tort and Product Liability Group, Laura leads nearly 50 lawyers and 26 non-lawyer timekeepers, motivating them, guiding them through management and client relations and business development, as well as training and mentoring while maintaining a full-time national litigation practice. Laura's relentless commitment to diversity and equality and inclusion is the bedrock of her personal and professional life. She is well known for her leadership in Ohio and the National Bar Associations, most notably as founder and the first president of the Asian American Bar Association of Ohio and the past president of the National Asian Pacific American Bar Association, where she currently serves on the Leadership Advisory Council. Laura also serves on the Dean's Cabinet for Diversity and Inclusion, strategically focusing on the recruitment, education, and professional development of law students of color. Congratulations, Laura. Our next inductee is Kurt Karakul, class of 1979. Kurt recently retired as the first president and executive director of the Third Federal Foundation. Under Kurt's leadership, the foundation has won numerous awards for their community work and advocacy, especially their education programs with the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, which support youth from pre-birth to college education. Before joining the foundation, he practiced law for 28 years and was a partner, member of the management team of Weston Hurd, and served as head of the real estate section. Kurt has also personally won numerous awards for his law practice and advocacy work, among them being named a hometown hero in 2018 by the FBI Cleveland Citizens Academy. He presently serves on the boards of the Literacy Cooperative, the Cleveland Arts Prize, Chamberfest Cleveland, and the Partnership for a Safer Cleveland. Congratulations, Kurt. Our next inductee is Jennifer Lawry Adams, class of 1996. Jennifer is the group leader of Ulmer & Burns Healthcare Practice Group. Her practice is focused on a range of interconnected legal principles, including healthcare, mergers and acquisitions, and a variety of corporate law matters. Jennifer puts the focus squarely on her clients, relying on years of experience and a willingness to understand the strategic goals of the individuals and businesses she serves to find creative legal solutions that are practical and impactful. Clients in the healthcare, automotive, media, and other industries routinely put their trust in Jennifer because of her dedication to client service and expertise in niche areas of the law, such as the friendly physician practice model and the Hart-Scott-Rodino antitrust. If you know what that is, congratulations to you. The antitrust pre-merger notification practice. She is also a strong advocate for the Law School Annual Fund and our Law Firm Giving Challenge. Thank you, Jennifer. Next up is Tanya Miller, class of 1999. As a lawyer in private practice and a founding partner of DuBose Miller in Atlanta, Tanya is a passionate advocate for each and every one of her clients, standing strong to give voice to the injured and to the wrongfully accused. Tanya's practice areas include wrongful death, complex criminal defense, and representing plaintiffs in civil rights matters. Tanya can be found at the helm of some of Atlanta's most high-profile cases, often using her voice to defend the voiceless in police brutality cases. Tanya has a soft spot for children, victims, and underdogs. And she is relentless in her determination to set things right. She remains a sought-after media source and expert legal commentator, and has regularly appeared on local and national news television networks as an expert in criminal law and investigations. Congratulations, Tanya. I'm happy to introduce our next inductee, Matthew O'Connell, class of 1983. I don't know about you guys, but when I announce how long they've been practicing, I start to feel really old. In his 38-year career as a trial lawyer, Matt has represented some of America's largest companies in products liability, intellectual property, breach of contract, environmental, and toxic injury cases. After beginning his career at Reminger, Matt co-founded Sutter O'Connell, which continues to be a premier litigation boutique firm with a national practice. Matt has received numerous honors from professional associations and given back generously to the legal community, including serving as a mentor with the Ohio Supreme Court New Lawyer Mentoring Program and as a senior fellow of the Cleveland Bar Foundation. Matt is involved with Case Western Reserve University School of Law Alumni Association Board and as a member and nominating committee chair and secretary treasurer. Congratulations, Matt. Next up is Dominic Perry, class of 1980. Dominic has over 40 years of experience in the trust and estate industry, another convert of Leo and Gabin AIC, and is a founder and CEO of the Western Reserve Trust Company. He is an active member in the Cleveland community and holds leadership roles in St. Martin de Porres High School, Providence House, Achievement Centers for Children, and the Howley Foundation. He also gives back to CWRU and is a charter member of our Estate Planning and Advisory Council, and served as its chair for 5 years. EPAC's purpose is to bring together estate planning professionals for programs at CWRU so they will have an awareness of the many exciting developments at the university. Congratulations, Dom. Sometimes lawyers just have the right name. Our next inductee is Bret Treier. They're Treier of fact. Bret is the managing partner of the Voorhees Akron office and a member of the corporate group. His practice focuses primarily on representing public and significant private companies. Bret has been actively engaged in the greater Akron community his entire career and currently serves as the chair of the Cleveland Clinic Akron General Hospital Board of Directors, Director and Secretary of the Akron Community Foundation, Director of the Ohio and Erie Canalway Coalition, Director and past Chair of the Akron Marathon Charitable Corporation, Director of the International Soapbox Derby, awesome, and Director of the Akron YMCA Endowment Foundation. I think there's one or two charities that you aren't affiliated with right now. Congratulations, Bret. Our next inductee is Valissa Turner Howard, class of 2007. Valissa is currently the VP of Talent and Legal Affairs at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank. Throughout her professional life, Valissa has been engaged in resourceful community leader who is passionate about increasing diversity, equity, and inclusion. She is active on many professional boards, including CWRU's Law Alumni Association Board. Valissa has been recognized for her experience and commitment to serve with several awards, including the Ruth T. Lucas Award from the Junior League of Cleveland, the Distinguished Young Woman Award from the YWCA Greater Cleveland, the Francis Payne Bolton Award from the Junior League of Cleveland, Who's Who in Black Cleveland, the 2016 Cranes Cleveland 40 Under 40, and the Cleveland Metropolitan Bar Association's Rising Star finalist. Congratulations, Valissa. I am pleased to introduce our next inductee, Carolyn Watts Allen. Always a trailblazer, Carolyn graduated from CWRU Law in 1972 as the third African-American female to graduate from the school and the only African-American female in her class. She has practiced many facets of law in her robust career and was the first in many of the positions she has held. Notably, she is very active in the Cleveland community. Among the many community organizations that she supports, Carolyn and her husband are proud leaders of the ongoing Huff neighborhood revitalization. In 1990, Carolyn and her husband Robert brought together 20 families to build new homes. Renaissance Place, the first upscale buyer-driven housing development in Cleveland in decades, is located in the Huff community. Recently, a new development of private homes in Huff has been named the Allen Estates in their honor. Congratulations. It is my pleasure to introduce the 2021 faculty inductee, Bryan Adamson. Class of 1990. So Bryan was a third year, my first year, but I'm not allowed to tell those stories. Bryan is the David L. and Ann Brennan Professor of Law and Associate Dean of Diversity and Inclusion. His areas of expertise are mass media and First Amendment law. He has practiced extensively in the re-entry advocacy arena, housing, mortgage lending, and consumer protection. Bryan rejoins our faculty, coming back to us from Seattle University School of Law, where he taught for 18 years, including serving as its director of the nationally ranked clinical program. He is a well-published author. Since returning to Case Western in July of 2020 to lead the law school's diversity and inclusion efforts, Dean Adamson has been recognized as the Black Law Students Association Western Region's Institutional Advocate of the Year, Case Law School's Distinguished Faculty Service Award, and the university's Think Big Leadership Award. Congratulations, Bryan. Last but not least, it is my pleasure to announce the public member for the Society of Benchers for the 2021 class, the Honorable J. Philip Calabrese. Judge Calabrese is a United States District Judge of the United States District Court for the Northern District of Ohio. He formerly served as a judge of the Cuyahoga County Court of Common Pleas. Before becoming a judge, Judge Calabrese was a highly respected lawyer, was a partner at two leading law firms, Porter Wright and Squire Patton Boggs. He was also an associate at Thompson Hine. Can't hold a job, can you? He has been a long-time adjunct professor. He is also very active in the bar and in the general community. For example, he has been active in the Federal Bar Association, serving as the president of the Northern District of Ohio chapter. He was a Northeast Ohio board member of the Ohio Innocence Project, member of the Northern District of Ohio Advisory Group, which enhances the bench bar relationships in the federal courts, board member and treasurer of Community Legal Services, and a member of the Ohio Advisory Council for the Trust of the Public Land. Congratulations and welcome to the benchers. So that concludes our portion of the induction program. Thank you to all of you who took the time to submit names for consideration. Look forward to your ballots coming to you sometime in the near future for next year's induction ceremony. We're now going to recognize the office slates and recognize past presidents and officers, all of whom were very involved throughout the year in the planning of this particular event. Our outgoing vice chair, current chair of the Society of Benchers, and today's host is Catherine Houghton, class of 1980. She was inducted into the Society in 2001. Catherine is Vice President, General Counsel, and Secretary of the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. A highly acclaimed leader in her profession and her volunteer efforts, we are grateful for her leadership. Thank you, Catherine. Our outgoing treasurer and current vice chair is Milton Marquis, class of 1984. He is partner and shareholder of Cousin O'Connor, a Case Western Reserve University trustee, and was inducted into the Society of Benchers in 2016. Our incoming treasurer is Colleen Batchelor, class of 1998. She was inducted into the Society of Benchers in 2014 and is the Executive Vice President, General Counsel, and Corporate Secretary for ConAgra Brands. We look forward to her service as a Society of Bencher officer. And now I will turn it over to Catherine.
And I have the pleasure of thanking Mike for his great work on the induction and for his role as Secretary of the Society of Benchers. Mike took on this role after Lou Katz and Leon Gabinet retired, and he's done a wonderful job. He's integral to a strong foundation of faculty excellence at the law school, and I really appreciate how he brings that knowledge and expertise to his role as secretary. We're so pleased he has agreed to continue in this role, and I know that everyone will want to come back next year to see what shoes he's wearing. So you wouldn't want to miss it, and you can hardly miss what he's wearing today. Finally, it would not be a complete afternoon without recognizing our outgoing chair, Anne Harlan, class of 1985. Anne was inducted into the Society in 2006. She's the former Vice President, General Counsel, and Corporate Secretary for the J.M. Smucker Company. More recently, she founded and is co-CEO of the Harlan Peterson Partners, LLC, a professional consulting firm. She's a forward thinker and a generous colleague. And I'm going to pause to interject a personal note here. Anne and I did not cross paths here at the law school. She's a bit younger than me. But we've now known each other for a decade through our involvement with Direct Women, a national nonprofit organization that works to increase the number of women lawyers on corporate boards. And I want everyone here to know that earlier this month, Anne received the Distinguished Alumna Award from Direct Women in recognition of her contributions to board governance through service on corporate and nonprofit boards and for her efforts to advance women lawyers. I'm proud to call Anne my friend, and all of us should be proud of her as a graduate of this law school. Anne has been engaged as an alumni leader for the law school since her graduation. She received the Distinguished Recent Graduate Award in 1995, and she is a past chair of the Law Alumni Association Board. Anne, the law school is grateful for your leadership and support as a Benchers officer. You're a tough act to follow. We thank you. And I want you to come forward and accept this token of appreciation from the Society.
And now Catherine says, say something. Oh, not fair. Thank you all. It's such a privilege and honor to be part of this group. As I look around the room, I am so proud of the work we have done on a number of different levels, honoring people of different ages, different colors, different experiences and background. We have a long way to go, and we've come so far already. So thank you very much for this, and I look forward to seeing everyone next year.
So we've come to the end of the program, and I want to thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules on homecoming weekend and with everything else going on. It's great to see everyone. I feel like I'm now going to echo Anne. I look around the room, I am both proud and humbled when I see all of the distinguished people and read all of the bios of the new inductees, which we had, worked hard over the past 2 years. Tough decisions because everyone is so talented. The talent, the expertise, the commitment you have brought to the profession and to the law school. As you've heard today, the law school is clearly poised to make a lasting impact on the next generation of leaders. And I'm sure that some of them will be joining as esteemed members of the Society of Benchers in the years to come. So all of these events, coming back in person is actually a great reminder of the importance of engaging and giving back to our law school, which has so much going for it, and as Anne has said, has come so far and can still go so much further. So please engage, give back, support. I look forward to seeing you next year. And in the meantime, while you're thinking about what shoes Mike Benza may be wearing next year, enjoy the day, have a safe Thanksgiving, and a terrific holiday season. Thanks so much for coming.